Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Intentional Favor, and on this channel I share my life experiences and that of others on issues pertaining to faith, lifestyle, studying abroad, living abroad, social work, and a lot of other good stuff. So please consider joining this wonderful family by clicking on the red subscribe button as well as notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. And to my amazing returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Before we go into today's video, I want to give a special shout out to one of the members of Intentional Study Jakpa, Ikumawoyi Shola. I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce your name very well, but yeah, I'm just here to appreciate you, Shola, for supporting me through the membership. I don't think I've actually I don't know why you joined the membership anyways, but probably you joined it just to support me because it's one avenue that YouTube created, to support content creators. So thank you so much for joining and also rejoining. Yeah, that means so much to me, and I pray that God will continue to bless you. Amen. So without much ado, guys, let's jump straight into today's video. So in today's video, guys, this is a much requested video by so many of my subscribers here on YouTube, and as you've seen the title already, I'll just be sharing with you guys some of my secrets or tips to my making distinction in the United Kingdom. Yeah, so in case you've not been following me all along on this channel, actually I used to be an international student here in the UK. So I did my 2 years master's program in social work at the University of Chester, and I graduated with distinction. Yeah, so so many people have been asking me to share some tips, some secrets, how one can actually get distinction. I know that maybe that's the desire of a lot of people to finish well, of course. So I'm just here in today's video to share some of the things that helped me to actually achieve that. So the first thing I would say that actually helped me is prayer. Okay, I want to put prayer ahead of time because you might think this is sounding religious, but honestly speaking, it's just God that helped me. I couldn't have done it without God because I know that along the line, okay, while I was doing my master's program, so many things happened. You guys already know how I lost my mom about 1 week after coming into the UK. That alone is something that would have made me go into depression, or so many things would have happened, to be honest. So I faced so many challenges, losing my mom and some disappointments here and there at some point, maybe some expectations I had, I didn't meet up with them, and a lot of things really went on during my studies, but I believe that God was on my side. With the help of God, I was able to finish strong. So the God factor for me remains the most important because without him, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah. The next thing I would say is determination. Determination is very important. There is this popular motto that many people then back in primary school and secondary school, I don't know if you know about it, but there is this popular motto. When they ask you your motto, you always say determination is the key to success. Okay. Yeah, that used to be one of my logos. Though for me, I don't even know. Thinking about it now, I think I've always been a spiritual girl or a Christian girl, because then for me, what I added to mine is prayer and determination are the key to success. Okay, so guys, determination actually helped me because before I even landed, before I commenced my program here in the UK, while I was still back home in Nigeria, I already told myself, you know what, I'm going to finish with first class. That has always been one of my secrets, determination. I finished with first class during my undergraduate studies in University of Ibadan. That was also determination because I said I'm going to do it. Okay, so sometimes, if you have this attitude that you don't care, let's just go without any goal, without any determination or anything, you just find yourself going, you wouldn't be bothered. But with that determination and setting that goal, it kind of pushes you, okay? So I'll say that if that's your dream, okay, make it your goal. And of course, it will keep driving you. That will be like a motivation or a driving force because you really want this. Because some people naturally, they don't care. Some people will still make it, some people don't. But when you just feel like anything goes, merit is not bad, which is true, then you might end up with merit. You get what I mean? So for me, determination actually helped me to get distinction in my master's program. Another thing I would like to say at this point is listening to the success stories of everyone. So maybe watching this video will be part of the thing that can actually help you when it comes to finishing with distinction. I listened to the success stories of so many international students. For they're wearing weren't so many of them, that I know that we are YouTubers then. But I know that currently so many international students, like most people, once they come to the UK, they become YouTubers. Okay, so we have so many international students now. Unlike my time when I started, there were just few. I think there was just only one I know then, Chidera Peters. You might know her. She was the only YouTuber that I know then. Okay, and I think I even came across her channel at some point when I became a YouTuber. Okay, but then there weren't so many, okay? But then I know I listened to Chidera then and I saw that she finished with distinction. Then I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Before that, even offline, off YouTube, I know some people that I know that came to the UK for their masters. Of course, they still went back to Nigeria then and they finished with distinction. So that kind of motivated me. I'm kind of like, they don't have two heads today. So that means even international students, even Nigerians come to the UK and they still finish with distinction. That was it for me. I'm like, oh, that means it's possible. But believe me, the kind of person I am is the kind of person that even if no one has done it before, I'll tell myself, you will break that record, girl. Yeah, you will do it. That has always been me. That's another thing that motivated me, knowing that it's not an impossible task. It's not something that you cannot do. So it's a reality. It's possible. So I keyed into that and that also became my reality. Another thing also that helped me is not missing my lectures. I've never missed my lectures. I don't even see why I should miss a lecture. So I'm always in class. I'm always punctual. And there is one thing about listening to your lecturers. So many times, I don't know about your uni, but for my university and when I did my program, there is always slide. Slide is always available even before the morning. Sometimes we print it off. I always print my slide off before coming so that I won't be carried away with always jotting down everything. So it's an addition. Maybe when my lecturer is explaining something, that is when I write it. And this is also an important tip, okay? Making your own notes. So many times you may not understand some things, but your own notes is something that even when you are going through, maybe you are reading a textbook or you are going through the slides, when you jot down what your lecturer said at the point of making those points, okay, they kind of make you to remember. I want to say at this point that, see, it's one thing to finish with distinction. It's one thing to finish with first class. It's another thing to be distinction yourself. Does that make sense? What I mean is that I know that so many people, like, they just go through school. They just, for instance, for Nigeria, where they write examination, people just read a day before the exam. They just go and smash it. They just go cram, memorize, and go and pour it. Few days or few weeks later, ask them about that thing. They've forgotten. That's not the kind of person you want to be. You don't want that to be the kind of distinction you want, right? And of course, UK, they do essay writing. I don't know, but so many people, they just go and contract their essays out. Sometimes you might not be lucky. During my own time, I know some people that they were caught, okay, that they did that. Sometimes people just contract their essay. Someone writes their essay for them and then they finish with distinction. So for me, even at some point, I'm like, this distinction self, only God knows who actually finished with distinction, because some people, they can't even own, like, they can't say that, yeah, I worked hard for this and this is my reward, because either they contract their essays or someone did their essay for them, they pay someone to write their essays for them, and of course they finish with distinction. That's not the kind of distinction you want, okay? So my point is, make notes, don't miss your lecture, know everything, and definitely you will be fine. Then another thing that also helped me was, having discussion with my fellow international students. So maybe at this point, if you're not an international student, you might just wait for the next point, okay? But this might still be helpful to you. Why I'm saying this is that I don't know if you have experienced it as an international student, but sometimes our reasoning, okay, I think I filmed a video last year where I talked about the challenges of being an international student in the UK, and I mentioned this. Sometimes our reasoning, coming from Africa, or maybe if you're an Asian or whatever continent you are from, with the reasoning of home students are usually not the same. Most times here in the UK, when lecturers teach, they tend to put people in groups to have some group discussion. Then maybe one person from the group will now feed back to the entire class what they discuss, So sometimes, I don't know if you have found it, let me know in the comment section. But during my time, you find out that whenever you are there and you are discussing with home students, sometimes you're like, what you say, they don't really understand. Some of them might give you attitude, or you might think that they are giving you attitude. They're not really giving you attitude, but they can't seem to reason with you what you are saying. Your examples will be alien to them. Their own examples might not even be so alien, because for us, I believe that sometimes we are so open or I don't know how to put it, but then we catch scenarios or examples that they give easily. Maybe because we came to their land and then you just have to, okay? But sometimes, like you make even some lecturers. I remember one time that I gave an example. My lecturer didn't really agree, but she didn't disagree. She went, I've never thought of that anyways. Then the class went on. You understand what I mean? So sometimes our examples are totally different. Sometimes when you are discussing, you might make a point, they will not even regard your point, or even when they are giving a feedback, okay? So that is normal. So that's why I was talking about the importance of you having discussion with your fellow international students. You will be so blessed and lucky if you have other international students. They might not even be from your own country, okay? They might be Africans, they might be Asians. The truth is that you will have some things in common being international students. Mind you, you might meet somebody from your country. For instance, I'm from Nigeria. You might see a Nigerian in your country, but that person was born and brought up here. Believe me, that person might not reason the way you do, because person was born and brought up here, you get. So I usually have discussion with, we have a group page, the international students and the Africans in my class. Sometimes we just have to discuss this. If I don't understand somebody, I have one of my friends or two of them that I'll just go to. I'll just tell them I don't really understand this. Then we reason together, we think of examples, and then, oh, it makes sense now, okay? So you might come across all of this as an international student, but having those discussions with your classmates, like with those who are from your country or who can reason with you. If you make friends with a home student, that's still fine, okay? You can always ask them questions too. They can also explain some things to you better, like in a more relaxed atmosphere than the classroom. That way you will understand better. So group discussions are very, very helpful, and I would say that that's one of the things that helped me as an international student here in the UK. Then the next point is asking for help from my lecturers. Oh my God. See, all my lecturers know me. While I was in uni, every of my lecturer, they know me definitely, because I always go to them. Now, I want to talk to maybe Africans or maybe Nigerians, okay? Don't think that you are in Nigeria. Don't see your lecturers here the same way you see your lecturers in Nigeria. Lecturers here they are lecturers. They are what they should be. They are willing to help. They are ready to impart knowledge, to teach you, for you to understand and go out there and become a better person, okay? So I know that in Nigeria, sometimes we are scared of our lecturers. We don't even like coming close to them. Any contact, if your lecturer is coming from this way, once you sight him or her, you take the other way, okay? But I'm telling you that it's not like that here. Lecturers are friendly. At least for me, my lecturers are nice. So I always ask for help from my lecturers. And so many times they are so good that they will even organize sessions with you. The thing is that if you have this mindset that, these are lecturers, you know how you fear lecturers? Lecturers, they are not like that. At least for one, I want to believe that you call your lecturers by their first name. That should tell you that this is not Nigeria. This is not Africa, okay? So don't draw your way. Don't move yourself away from your lecturers. Approach them for help. So many times when I'm writing my essays, sometimes like I get stuck. I don't really understand this essay. I don't know what I should do. What do I normally do? I just send my lecturer an email. Look at this. I'm not sure. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with that. What they usually do, I've had it severally, almost all my courses, okay, all my modules. They will set up a Teams meeting with me, okay? They will just give me a time and a date. Then we come. Then I ask them my question. I remember one that I was writing then on social policy. Policy. Oh my God. I don't even know what I should make about this essay. I don't know anything. That's social policy. I just reached out to my lecturer. I told her. Then she arranged a session with me over Teams. And I told her, okay, this is my struggle. She just explained everything to me. She just gave me ideas. She just gave me points. Okay, of course, she didn't write my essay for me. She just made me to understand what I'm to do. More like giving me guide. More like giving me direction. Okay, that was what she did for me, and she's not the only one. Many of my lecturers, I always approach them, so that was really helpful. I would say always seek help from your lecturers if you are struggling mentally or anything. I'm going to come to that later, but please see your lecturers as your friends, okay, because they are there to guide you. So moving on from there, the next thing I will say is please familiarize yourself with all the services available to you as a student. Yes, this for me might be my topmost secret. And maybe that's why it's coming last. I reserve the last for the best. I reserve the best for the last, whatever. So, guys, this for me is very important. You need to know everything, especially service wise. You need to know the services available to you as a student. This is available to students. So, as a matter of fact, sometimes I don't know about every other university, but sometimes I counted myself then privileged to be an international student because I receive normal regular support that every student receive, and I also have a special treatment as an international student because there is international center, which is very good. University of Chester International Center is so wonderful. Okay, they are always willing to help because every home student, I don't think there is a special service for home students. Okay, so sometimes I see it as a privilege. So consider yourself blessed to be an international student. I know sometimes it can come with some maybe bad sides, but there are still good sides to being an international student in the UK, okay? So what I'm saying is that you should familiarize yourself with every service. See, I passed through my university. My university went through me too because I knew every services available and I used them to my good. Because talking about distinction is not just academic wise. I'm still going to come to the academic aspect. I want to tell you that there are services available to you as a student that you should utilize. Sometimes people tend to come to YouTube and wait for people to make a video for them to know some things, but these are the things that you can get firsthand from your university. For instance, during my own time, like I said earlier, there were not many YouTubers sharing information like this. I didn't even watch any video on YouTube about essay writing, about anything. I just went to my university website. I knew about all these services from induction, the orientation days, and I made use of them. I made use of careers and employability. There is also this one, the well-being. That one is about mental health or anything, okay? So most times university environment, there is no segregation, no racism or anything. They are more than willing to support you, okay? So use all these services, the mental health or the well-being team. Make sure you use them in case you are struggling emotionally, in case you are having some mental health issues. They are there to provide support for you. And then the one that relates to academics for my university then is the study skills. Oh my God, study skills of my university helped me, and that was how I was able to have like distinction in all my essays, like because I made use of that service. I just knew about study skills. I went to their page on the university website. They have so many materials, so many online videos that they can watch on several aspects of essay writing. I was watching all of them. Sometimes you can also book an appointment with them. When you book an appointment with them, they have some workshops that they organize. I always I always book a session for those workshops, then I attend, and I'm gaining so many skills that helped me in my essay writing. And one service that they provide then in my university was maybe when you write an essay, any essay you write, okay, you can send them 3 paragraphs of your essay. Send it to them. They will read it, not just proofreading. They will look at it from what you've written and they will give you annotated feedback. So maybe if there is a place as down to punctuation, they will just annotate and give you a point. If the sentence is too long or is vague or doesn't make sense, if the organization of your essay is not well done, they will annotate it and tell you this, and they will give you that full detailed feedback for those 3 paragraphs. 3 paragraphs of any essay that you are writing, send it to them. They will give you the corrections and they will send it back to you. And if you want to still book a session whereby you have a one-on-one feedback based on that, the person will arrange it. They will call you on Microsoft Teams and then they will discuss it with you. All my essays, guys, every of my essay, I think apart from one, and unfortunately that's the one I had 69/70, okay, I made sure that every one of them I did this, sent the paragraph to them, they give me feedback, and that kind of helped me. I book session, one-on-one feedback. They correct me. I ask them questions, anything confusing me. These were what equipped me with the skills that I have now when it comes to essay writing. That even if I go back to the university for masters again, I am 100% sure that I'll still finish with a distinction because they built all of these skills in me. I didn't get them online. All I did was to use the services available in my university. And I'm very sure that many universities in the UK, they have these services available, but people don't know. Or even if they know, they underestimate it, looking for, some people like to be spoon fed or something. So that is actually very possible. So know every service. My lecturers, there is also an opportunity for you to send them, I think, 10% of your essay before submission. If you send 10% of your essay before submission to your lecturers, they will read just 10%. Just send them everything, okay? Of course, for instance, if your essay is 2,000, 10% of that is 200, so 200 words. Is it 10 or 20%? I can't remember, but there is a certain percentage that lecturers can read before you submit your essay. So these are opportunities I use. I sent all of those to my lecturers. Okay, this is 10%, just read and let me know if I'm in the right direction. Mind you, for instance, the study skills, they will provide you with generic feedback because they are not your lecturers and they don't know what your lecturer wants. Okay, so the feedback your lecturer will give you will be different from their own. Their own will just be generally speaking generic feedback, but your lecturer will know whether you are answering the question or not. Okay, so the skills, for instance, they will not know whether you're answering the question, but you get what I mean. So this all boils down to knowing the services that are available to you as a student of a university and making good use of it. Once you do all of these, there are resources online, okay, at your university website. There are videos you can watch, there are materials you can read that will actually equip you. For me, this is my topmost secret to academic success, even as an international student. Know every service that is available to you in your university and make maximum use of them. And with that, guys, I have come to the end of this video. I want to believe that this video was really helpful. Please don't forget to give it thumbs up. Please like this video, okay? Do you have further questions? I actually hope to also release videos on essay writing. I know you want that. So many people have actually demanded or asked for that. I'm also going to bring that. Just share with you guys some basic tips on essay writing. Those skills I've acquired that will help you in your essay writing. I know sometimes it can be a struggle, especially the fact that many people come from the point of writing examinations and now you are giving essays. I'm going to share all of those tips in subsequent videos, and I hope you will find them useful. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not, and also share this video with as many people that you think might need it, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, remain intentional, and take care of yourselves. Bye.